You lie. You lie every single day. You look that innocent little checkbox in the eye, and you tell the biggest lie of the 21st century. I have read the terms and conditions. If you actually read the privacy policies of every service you use in a year, researchers estimate it would take you about 76 workdays. That is 3 months of reading legalese just to use Instagram or buy a toaster. We accept this because we believe a fundamental story. Companies exist to serve us. They build the app to connect us. They bake the bread to feed us. They build the car to move us. But what if that relationship has inverted? What if, in the modern economy, the company isn't the servant and you aren't the master? What if the app, the bread, and the car are just bait? Walk into a supermarket and you feel like a king. You have thousands of choices. Do you want the blue detergent or the orange one? The eco-friendly chips or the cheesy ones? This variety creates a feeling of power. But peel back the label and you find a much smaller world. In the food industry, for example, just 10 massive corporations control almost everything you eat. Nestle, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Danone, General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars, Associated British Foods, and Mondelez. You think you're choosing between brand A and brand B. In reality, you're just choosing which pocket of the same pair of pants you want to put your money in. This is what economists call an oligopoly. But it's not just about money, it's about design. These companies don't just serve your needs, they engineer them. Food giants spend millions calculating the bliss point, the exact ratio of sugar, salt, and fat that overrides your brain's stop eating signal. They aren't serving your hunger. They are hacking your biology to ensure you remain hungry. It's very thoughtful of them, really. They don't want you to ever feel the loneliness of an empty stomach. But if the supermarket is where they hack your stomach, the internet is where they harvest your soul. We've all heard the cliché. If the product is free, you are the product. It's a catchy phrase, but it's actually outdated. You aren't just the product. A product is something that is sold once and leaves the shelf. You are something far more valuable. You are the livestock. Professor Shoshana Zuboff calls this surveillance capitalism. When you use Google Maps, they serve you directions. That's the service. But in exchange, they extract your location data, your speed, your destination, and even how often you stop for coffee. They take this data, what Zuboff calls behavioral surplus, and feed it into AI prediction models. They aren't selling your data to advertisers. They are selling predictions of your future. They sell the certainty that at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday, when you are feeling slightly depressed, because of the weather, you will click on an ad for a comfort food delivery app. Have you ever talked about buying a cat litter box, and 5 minutes later, Instagram shows you an ad for cat litter? You think, they're listening to my microphone. The scary truth is, they don't need to listen to you. They have so much data on your habits. They knew you needed a litter box before you even bought the cat. Let's move from the digital world back to the physical. Surely, when you buy a car or a phone, you are the master of that object, right? You paid for it. It serves you. Wrong. Welcome to the age of usership. Companies realize that selling you a thing once is a terrible business model. Why sell you a cow when they can charge you a monthly subscription for the milk and the moo? Take BMW. They famously tried to charge a monthly subscription to unlock the heated seats in cars people had already bought. The hardware was there. You own the seat, but they own the software switch. We used to worry about planned obsolescence, light bulbs designed to break. Now we face software lockouts. Farmers in America are fighting for the right to repair because John Deere tractors run on software that prevents the farmer from fixing their own engine without an authorized dealer. In this model, you are not the owner. You are a tenant in your own life. The company serves you the privilege of using the device you paid for, as long as you keep paying. So, why do we put up with this? Why do we accept the surveillance, the manipulation, and the rent-seeking? Because it is so incredibly convenient. Companies have mastered the art of removing friction. They want the distance between I want this and I bought this to be zero. They serve our ID. They serve our impatience. Uber does serve you. It saves you from standing in the rain hailing a taxi. Amazon does serve you. It saves you a trip to the mall. But the cost of this convenience is autonomy. We are becoming like the humans in the movie WALL-E, served so perfectly that we become incapable of doing anything for ourselves. The ultimate service is one where you don't have to think. And that is exactly what they want. A consumer who doesn't think is a consumer who doesn't resist. So, are companies serving us? Yes. But in the same way a farmer serves his cattle, he feeds them, shelters them, and keeps them healthy. But he isn't doing it for the cattle's benefit. We live in an ecosystem where we are the raw material. Our attention, our data, and our money are the fuel. This doesn't mean you have to go live in a cave and knit your own underwear. But it does mean you need to wake up. Recognize when you are being nudged. Notice when the service is actually a trap. The next time you click "I agree," or watch the next autoplay video, or buy the subscription, just ask yourself one question. Am I the customer at the table? Or am I the meal?